God damn it. Alright, now I'm on the same page you guys are. Except I
What
need...
goes in the blue circles again on tokens?
What was that?
What goes in the blue circles on the token?
Your movement speed.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Why me?
So once Benego gets in, we will be set to go. With a no health Ponzi. How exciting.
1 HP, my dude.
And then I need to pull... Who else do we need?
Well, if it isn't Benego.
It is... There's Marcelo.
Yes.
Work it, work it, work it. Yes!
Yes, bitch.
Party.
Put your dick in the owl. Yes. Oh, God. So we're gonna have another infighting thing this episode too?
We'll find out, won't we?
Good.
Do I still have advantage on stealth if I'm the squirrel?
As long as you're a squirrel, yes.
Okay.
I need to find... Where are Jimmy and Jamal at?
The fuck? Who invited them?
I bet Jamal's gonna be there. I don't know about Jimmy.
I just need to find them for reasons. Oh shit. Balls.
Hot.
Yeah, I had very limited music that I wanted to use. It was very unfortunate. But so it goes. Okay. So, while Benego gets kind of dialed in here, I know, but you're still kind of... I'm just going to give the recap. So, Felfiz... Well, the whole party had fought off the Blink Dogs, which almost one-shot Azani. You guys... Felfiz got transported to a jail cell, while the rest of the party explored the mines under Tassin, finding a slave who was in desperate need of help. You guys helped him, but he's still kind of, I guess, currently missing in action, we'll say. You guys had untied Felfiz and proceeded to walk into a secret entrance in the basement of the manor and into the party proper. Giving a potion of alter gender to one of the guards who is in a ubiquitous relationship with her captain. Now a straight relationship, but it was possibly a homosexual relationship.
I don't like that.
So you guys are currently going into the party, trying to figure out information on the daughter or the goings-on at town. Obviously, this is going to be a kind of nobles-only party, so some of you might fare better than others, depending on the circumstance. We shall see. Somebody's phone vibrated.
Oh, don't worry about that.
I'm worried. Oh, why does my playlist not keep going?
He just got
Christ.
fired.
Oh, God! It started playing everything at once. That was not what I wanted. There we go, I want that one. Okay. Is everyone ready to go here?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take another sip of water. So, the scene at hand is you guys enter a set of double doors into a gigantic ballroom. Those two circles in the middle are two huge chandeliers hanging above the entire room. You can see the gray square is a stage on which an orchestra is playing for a ton of partygoers who are dancing around. Behind that stage, that blue square, is a giant stained glass window with no real light coming behind it. The lighting in here is dim, enough coming off of the chandeliers to see. There's music playing. There's two very grand staircases that curve up, both ending in double doors at the end of their...
1 second. We can't see any squares or anything.
Yeah, we're not seeing any shapes.
Fuck! I fucked up! I fucked up! I fucked up! I fucked up! There you go.
Oh, okay.
Fucked up.
Oh, hi! It's so white.
So Azani is currently a squirrel in Dalrin's hood. So that's interesting. But there's multiple partygoers around, all in very fine clothing. All half-elves and humans, nothing of any other races. The orchestra is a very mixed-race orchestra, playing a very moving, waltzing tone. You guys do spot Jamal and Jimmy in the throng of people, looking both very uncomfortable at the moment. The guards... Philip immediately goes off and mixes and mingles with people. The guards sit in front of the doors to make sure no one else is going to pass by into that other section under the manor. So that is the situation at hand. You guys can try to weasel information out of different people, or kind of look around for clues, or... It's
I
pretty...
go to Jimmy Jamal.
Okay, so weaseling past a bunch of people, your bigger form kind of squeezing past the throng of people and dancers, making a tiny bit of a scene. You finally end up by Jimmy and Jamal, who are also kind of in the thick of things here, but both not really dancing, just kind of sitting and talking to themselves.
Sup, Jimmy? Sup, Jamal?
Jimmy looks at you and says, "I hate parties."
That makes the two of us.
And
How about you, Jamal?
Jamal says, "Parties are wonderful. This is a great chance to get information, give my business out to people, make some money. This is great."
Jimmy, want to do something else?
Unfortunately, I can't. I'm looking out for my brother who's somewhere here. He's a guard of the town, but I haven't been able to spot him yet.
Does he look like you?
Not quite.
he wears a different set of armor, and whereas I'm a human, he's a half-elf. Our family tree is... the roots go wide, let's just say.
Well, I'm half-orc, so I know how that feels.
I'm gonna look for like a bathroom to go wash up in.
Okay, so you don't see a formal indoor bathroom. However, you do see an archway leading out to an outdoor garden, which isn't really a formal garden. It's more of a bunch of bushes with a water basin in the middle.
Is there anybody out there?
Currently, there's just 2 party goers. Here, I'll put the garden in as well. Give me a second. I'll use green. So this is about the width of the garden. The water basin would be very small in the middle with bushes off to the side. There is a couple, presumably a couple, sitting over here, kind of whispering sweet nothings in each other's ears, but not really paying attention to things.
I'm gonna go into the. Right before I go into the garden, can I stealth?
Sure, make a stealth roll.
Well, I just don't want the couple to see me.
Yeah, it's not gonna be hard.
Oh, I would like also to keep out for Jimmy's brother.
You don't
Given the vague-
entirely know what he looks like, not having seen him before, but you're kind of on the lookout for any guards matching that description. So Marcel, you managed to walk into the garden. The couple are still both just enamored with each other, totally focused on what they're doing.
So I'm going to kind of like dip my hands and kind of wash my hands in the basin a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of spray some water on my face and kind of get all that mud and shit off.
Okay. I got a fancy dry erase board today that I need right now. So,
What was a new pack?
this is just for me. You guys don't get to see any of this fun stuff. Okay, so who decided to put their fancy clothes on before entering the party?
I did.
I also did.
Hey, do I have fancy clothes?
You do not.
I don't have any.
Yeah, some of you
Peasants.
were able to acquire them. Azani, did you put your dress on?
No.
She's a
Okay.
squirrel.
She's
dude.
a squirrel.
Oh yeah, she is a squirrel.
So unless
I put my
she's
fur
wearing
on.
them as a...
Put your furry suit on.
And that weird skeleton head too.
I don't think... Oh, Dalrin was kind of there with Philip. So, in the middle of all this, Dalrin is going to kind of go over and stay with Philip, with Azani kind of sitting in his hood. Okay, Marcelo, what were you continuing to do?
I'm just trying to wash up. I'm using this water basin without getting caught.
Okay, so you successfully wash up in the water basin without the couple noticing your attention. They don't seem to notice much of anything in the world, really, and you kind of get most of the dust off from your adventures gone by.
I'm going to actually hide behind this bush.
Just put yourself somewhere, it doesn't matter.
And pull out my lute and kind of play some little love and kind of get some mood set music on.
Okay,
Shoot, that's next.
make a performance check. Wow. 11. So, busting out your lute, some soft, not entirely flawless, but some very well articulated mood music begins to float through the garden. The couple don't seem to notice directly the source, they just kind of take in the mood and begin getting a little lovey-dovey on each other.
I'm going to actually walk out and kind of investigate not investigate, but like kind of just see the party and just kind of enjoy the atmosphere for a bit. And see if I see anybody that I know.
See anybody that you know?
Yes.
You do see towards the north, you see Luke and Jimmy Jamal behind a vast crowd of people. Otherwise, there's just a bunch of people dancing, couples, groups, all dancing to the music, focusing on having a good time. Towards the front, I'm going to go ahead and add somebody in here in a moment. Where are my nobles at? There they are. Towards the front, you see a very regal-looking lord sitting not right in front of the stage, but on ground level, kind of looking over the entirety of the ballroom, watching everybody's reactions, seeing what the mood is, and just generally smiling to himself and approving of how things are proceeding.
Where does Philip and Dalrin seem to be going?
Where do Philip
And
and
is
Dalrin?
Philip discussing anything?
Philip is going from person to person, just kind of laughing, cracking jokes, not really any information. Dalrin is just doing his damn best to kind of keep up with him, because that's kind of his... just trying to do his best to kind of keep up with him. You do hear Philip kind of talk about some of the business side of things, but from Dalrin's hood, it'd be awfully hard to hear.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk around and try and, like, blend in with the crowd in a way.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I have shitty clothes.
You do have shitty clothes, but you're still sitting by the door. You and Felfis are still sitting by the door with the guards. So at this point, people are kind of starting to notice Luke, who kind of sticks out a little bit in this atmosphere. People are ignoring him for now, but starting to give him the stink eye.
Alright. I guess I can just... Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around then, try and blend in.
Okay, go
Like,
ahead.
I'm also gonna try to just
Is that
meander
a stealth thing?
That's going to be stealth with disadvantage, as you didn't pick up any clothes or anything. You're kind of sticking
That's
out.
true, okay. Give me...
And
character
Felfis, what are you
sheet.
doing at the moment?
Just walking around,
Okay.
This is Jamal.
trying to pick up things. So I hear.
Fuck!
A 7 and a 7? What?
Wow.
So Ponzi, as you're walking around, you actually accidentally stumble into a dancing couple, and the man turns to you and says, "Well, what kind of person like you are you doing at this party? This is for the higher class only in town. If you're a slave, go back to your hold."
Fuck. Do I go the...
He's sitting there staring at you angrily.
Alright, I'll probably just yell at him. Get away from me, you fucking Twinkie!
He takes a step back and puts his hand over his chest and says, "Why a slave? Why I never? I should have the guards called on you. Who do you belong to?"
Your mother, you cunt.
"Why? The nerve! Guards! Guards!" And he calls the
The
guards.
chaotic route.
This went downhill fast.
He calls.
Don't worry, it's only me.
He calls the guards over. The ones at the door suddenly leave the door, and the captain walks up to the man and says, "Is this guy giving you any trouble? What seems to be the circumstance?" And he says, "The nerve of this man to come into this party, uninvited, in this attire. Why, I can't believe it." And he turns to the man and says, "Don't worry, we'll have him right out." Make just a general athletics check.
Alright. Fuck! Another 7!
Another one.
That's impressive.
Oh, barely. Yeah, so right now you're grappled by this guy, and he's slowly dragging you back towards the dungeon.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to hear the kerfuffle outside of his hood,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to sneak, I guess, between people's ankles.
Okay, so go ahead and make a stealth roll with advantage.
Wait, are these the same guards that I turned to one woman?
Well, the man grabbed you, but the woman is still staying with the couple. Okay,
Oh.
so you sneak out of Dalrin's hood and walk down his back and down his leg, easily darting in between people's ankles. No one in the party is even noticing that there's a squirrel on the dance floor.
Okay, I'm going to try to make my way over to the guard captain. Is his helmet actually a plume, like a feather plume on top?
No. That's just what I
Okay.
use, but no. He does have the cape to distinguish. He has a cape, the other one does not have a cape. He does not have a plume, however, but his armor is just gold-plated, all around better looking than his companions, kind of designating his higher status.
Okay, I'm going to crawl and grab onto the cape.
Just the end of the cape?
I'm going to try to crawl on the underside so I'm against the armor, but
Okay.
also holding on.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Please be a 7.
Very nice music, bro.
Thank you, I try. 16. Azani makes an ath check. Crawling up, you latch onto the fabric of his cloak. The cloak kind of waving in the breeze, but you tightly holding onto the underside, hidden, pressed against his armor as he drags Ponzi off, and they begin to make their way into the dungeon. So you guys are now in the dungeon for this next section. What would anyone else like to take any action in this meantime?
Can I always
So,
try to get-
buddy.
Which
Can I make a perception check? See if I see anything.
see anything? You see lots of things. What are you looking
Man.
for?
A half elf guard that matches Jimmy's description.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. It took a second to load in for me. It was blank, and I was like,
Was a natural 20.
Yeah, I see that now. So across the room from the doorway you came in, you do see a half-elf guard standing by the door matching Jimmy's description, but you recall Jimmy said brother, and that's a woman sitting at the door.
Interesting.
Oh. Huh.
Well,
Jimmy?
Stephanie, I'm gonna walk up to Jamal and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?"
Jimmy?
So we'll go for Luke first. Jimmy turns to Luke and says,
Yes, what is it?
Is it the guard near the door?
Guard near the door.
and you're about a foot taller than Jimmy, so he's having problems seeing quite that far over the throng of people, and he turns to you and says,
I can't quite tell.
You want to head over there really quickly?
I suppose.
Do I hear this?
oh yeah, you hear this.
Okay, so I'm like, Jimmy, what's up? What's going on?
And he turns to you and says,
Excuse me, I've got some business to attend to.
Okay.
so Jimmy and Luke begin to make their way over towards the door. In the meantime, Jamal turns to Marcelo and says,
Well, if it isn't one of my most valued customers, what can I do you for?
Not much, Jamal. How are you enjoying the party?
Enjoying the party, I'm spreading my business, I'm making deals, I'm making a killing, this is great.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, Jamal.
and he leans into you and says,
Be careful. Nothing is as it seems here. Stay on your toes.
and then goes back, turns around and hugs a random couple and starts laughing and cracking jokes while they just kind of look at him like, who's this guy?
Help?
Yeah.
A little bit too early.
I like to try and convince the guard to let me go.
Okay, make a persuasion roll with disadvantage, and what do you say to the guard?
That female guard you're with, I'm the reason. It's a female. I'm sorry. Disadvantage, right?
Yeah, because you are currently...
Holy shit.
Okay.
I hate me.
He looks at you and says,
Well, I appreciate that very much. Why should I let you go back into this party dressed the way you are?
Fuck. You seem to be right about that. Can I stab him?
True chaotic.
You certainly could stab him. Is that what you
Do
want
I
to do?
Do I take the risk?
Who am I to say?
You're not stabbing him in the back.
Yeah, that's true.
Stab him in the back.
Well, he didn't see you go up under the cloak, though.
No,
so-
man.
Yeah.
One shot design.
Should I?
You
could
need
be
to
right
now.
about
You need
that.
to, you need to consider this. Is the other guard going to check on her captain or wonder where he went? You need to think.
Yes. Why should you let me in?
God
Fuck.
taketh, and God taketh.
I don't have any good reasoning here.
Make up a lie. Try to knock him out. Do something.
Make up a lie about knocking him out.
Yeah. Ask him if he has any spare clothes.
Also, why was this happening since this isn't going on?
Do you have any spare clothes?
No.
I do have a spare pair of clothes around. What will you give me for it?
Shit.
More potion.
I do got this potion here that turned your partner into a girl.
Make a persuasion roll.
Alright.
Just a flat one.
Flat persuasion. Alright.
Mhm.
Nigger! Twat!
I technically got a 7.
That thieves camp for something?
He looks at you and says,
While I'm very appreciative of that potion, I'm gonna need possibly some coinage to accompany it.
How much?
I'd say about 15 silver. Or, there's somebody here I'm not quite a fan of. If you could kinda take them out for me.
Oh, even better.
Well, what would you like?
I'll take him out for you.
Wonderful. It's going to be a very tall, very wiry half-elf, gray of hair. His name is Gilgamorg.
Alright.
and with that, he walks you out back into the main throng, but keeps a very, very close eye on you.
Did I hear that conversation?
Yeah, you did. You're right there.
Okay.
So Luke and Jimmy go over to who is now Lyra. And Jimmy approaches and says,
You there. What's your name?
and Lyra looks at Jimmy and turns her face away, kind of red of face, tries to pull her helmet down and says, my name is Lyra. And Jimmy looks closer and tries to see
So
under the
kawaii.
helmet. Yeah, I know, right? Ooh! And Jimmy looks under the helmet and says,
What's your last name?
and she turns away even more and says, and Jimmy says,
Excuse me, I didn't quite catch this.
and she turns, oh damn it, the boxes got overlapped.
Can we do the thing where she kind of looks at random things and it's like a piece of wood and whisper and she says, wood whisper.
No.
Shit!
No.
Shit!
She turns to Jimmy and says, my last name is Wood Whisper. I'm your brother, Jimmy. And Jimmy takes a step back and says,
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm hearing this, right?
yeah, you're still in the vicinity currently.
Okay, first of all, what the fuck?
And Jimmy says,
What happened to you?
and Lyra says, I drank a potion, but Jimmy, you have to trust me. This is the way I am now. This is how I prefer to be. And Jimmy kind of puts his hand on his chin and says,
I always knew there was something weird about you.
Well then,
Jimmy, no.
But if this is what makes you happy, I suppose that's it.
Jimmy,
This nigga's too open.
Family love, I guess.
Disregarding that, I'm here with a traveling party, and you'll notice them. They're pretty easy. They stick out a little bit, but I need to head back to Greyguard, and I need you to take care of them.
And Lyra says, well, of course, Jimmy, anything for you. And Jimmy says,
Thank you so much.
and Jimmy heads back to go into the mines and out back to the town.
No, Jimmy.
What's up, Lyra?
So,
Jimmy,
give me 1 second. I'm gonna add her nameplate.
So, Mr. Guard. He's in this party right now, right?
Yes, he's in the room right now, but I can't quite see him from here.
Don't you worry. I'll find him for you. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Might be wise. So,
Alright.
Johnny, you're in the cloak now of the Captain Guard, who has resumed his post, sitting guarding the doors of the dungeon.
Okay.
What did you say the person that right over here looks like?
So that is an elderly old human man dressed very regally. Occasionally some of the couples come up to him and he offers him their hand and they kiss it before bowing and returning to the party. He seems to be just kind of presiding over things, kind of looking over, taking in the mood and seeing anything that's kind of happening.
Is there any servants going around with like food and drinks, like in platters and shit like that, or does that
Certainly, there's they're kind of weaseling expertly, however, but weaseling their way in between the masses of people with plates of wine, some hors d'oeuvres. You could certainly try to flag one down.
I will actually try to flag one with some wine.
Okay, well, I'm going to pee real quick, and then we will have that encounter.
Not that kind of wine.
Hot.
Alright, so
Dark
fuck
Killing
it.
Special.
I'm just probably gonna kill someone in this party.
Man, too bad we don't have a half elf. Am I right?
It's a good thing, right? Yeah. Some wiry half elf, gray hair, Gilgamore.
Yeah.
That one.
Zimzer. Also Bun. Good lord. Benny girl, Benny boy, occasionally turns ethnic. Do not have money, so yes, I am self-diagnosed. I'm a cult leader. Also, I'm actually divine. Okay. Good start. Good finish. Don't remember my past life, but I do know that I ruled over a galaxy with my partner. Asked to follow me to the What? This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, fuck. Alright. I'm gonna do something completely stupid.
You already were.
Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, roasted.
Oh, damn. Hurts. Someone's gonna die. And it's gonna be me.
Okay.
Ew.
Ew. So,
Welcome back.
Just look on the score.
but why?
My name is Zara.
God damn it.
Zin.
So fucking funny.
Can Zarya get nerfed already, please?
Let me
This
try to
description
find
seems so funny.
a suitable NPC real quick. I won't spend too long.
So, Mr. Guardman.
Are you talking to the captain?
Yeah, yeah.
He says,
Yes, what can I help you with?
Why do you want him dead?
Why? Let's just say he's giving me some problems in town.
Oh.
Fuck my wife.
So,
Well.
while that's occurring, Marcella was first. So,
Okay.
a very nicely dressed half-elf man, seemingly young but very agile, tall with a nice plate of wine, expertly weaves into people and says, "Yes, sir. What could I get for you?"
Oh yes, I need 2 wine glasses, please. Thank you.
2 wine glasses. Would you like the wine in them? And he kind of nudges you and chuckles a little bit.
Funny, cheeky, and effective.
And he says, he hands you 2 wine glasses and bows before turning and going back into the party and serving other people.
Now I'm going to need to find a woman.
Good luck. We will handle Ponzi first. What did you say to him?
All right. Said to the guard, asked him why. And,
he told you he was giving him some problems in town.
Yeah. All right. Can I make a perception roll? Try and find him from here.
Brandon said I.img or
yeah,
.com.
Just make a flat one.
All right. Please fucking work. Holy shit!
You don't have any perception modifiers?
Nah, nigga.
You are an uncharismatic
He
motherfucker.
rolled really badly.
Yeah, don't remember?
Let me find.
Like, you gave him a reroll on one of his rolls.
Oh, my last one, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
It was a 9, right?
No, I think it was less than that. I think it was like a 6 or a 7.
I think it was definitely
Oh,
a
yeah.
6.
Where's my noble? There's my nobles.
There's
So-
a spider. Killed it. All right. Okay.
You see, over currently, talking to Philip, actually, as a man matching the description, a very older, tall, wiry half-elf with gray hair, kind of thinner built, currently engaged in conversation with Philip. You can't quite hear it over the music and over the general speech of people, though.
Okay. Can I stealthily make my way over there to listen in on the conversation?
Sure. Make a stealth roll.
Disadvantage still, right?
Nope, just a regular one for now.
Okay. I'm so fucked.
Okay, and then now, make a roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
D20. So roll 1 D20 plus dexterity modifier. 3. Okay. I think it's 3.
I believe so.
Are you fucking joking?
Critical failure.
So,
Oh my god.
you managed to hide successfully in the crowd. However, on your way to your target, you bump into every person possible, saying, "Excuse me, oh sorry, pardon me, yes, coming through." And they kind of turn
I'm
to
pretty sure he just says cunt.
turn, and they kind of turn to you and pass over you. It takes you like a solid 3 minutes, but you finally get up behind your target. Would you like to listen?
Yes.
Okay, make a perception roll. With disadvantage, the music is loud and people are talking.
Yeah. Disadvantage.
Well, I have like all. They've all like been the same.
Number 7.
7 hates me.
So you're listening close to the conversation. You hear a couple words from the older half-elf saying, "Oh yes,
Brandon said
perhaps
I.img
I'll
or
pass on
.com.
my establishment." And Philip says, "Wonderful, if I could just get you to sign." And that's about all you're able to hear.
Would I be able to stab him without you?
It'd be awfully hard, but you could
It would
certainly
be.
try.
I'm gonna get caught for
He's
sure.
currently making eye contact, engaged with Philip. You could try to. I'm gonna give you tips for now until you guys get kind of a better sense of what you can do.
Didn't Bronzy hear the conversation with Jimmy and his sister now?
No, he was in the dungeon when that happened, and the door was closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he wasn't, like, right here?
No, he was in the dungeon for that. You could try to distract Philip somehow, or get Dalaran to do so. Dalaran is still kind of by both of them right now.
Alright, so I call over Dalaran.
And Dalaran comes to you and says, "Yes, what do you need?"
Oi, Doran, I need you to distract the monkey.
You got it. So he goes over to Philip and says, excuse me, Philip, could you come with me for a second? And Doran is going to make a persuasion roll.
Please work.
He's got really good persuasion. Boom. So Philip looks at Doran and says, oh, well, yes, of course. Whatever do you need? And he says, I'd like to reminisce with you kind of away from the music a little bit. Could we go towards the back of the ballroom? And Philip says, well, of course, old friend, of course. So they move towards the back of the party away from most of the crowds.
Alright. I take out my dagger. Oh god.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
Oh, stealth.
He got a gun!
Kid, you never play Assassin's Creed? This never ends.
Holy shit! I'm dead! I'm screwed!
Oh my god.
10. So you... Luckily, this half-elf is older on in his life and doesn't quite notice what you're preparing to do to him as you take the dagger out silently. None of the other partygoers around you are way too engrossed in their dancing and listening to the music.
Okay. I stab him right in the neck.
Okay, so make...
I'm so fucked.
Let me see. You have advantage on your attacks, and it will be a critical and a sneak attack. So roll your attack roll with advantage.
Alright. So do I just click the weapon?
Yeah, just click the... whichever dagger you're using.
Alright. An advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
21. That's a critical, though. So that is 10 points. Now roll 1d6.
And that's it?
And then we'll just double whatever you get.
Alright.
So, with a total... where do you stab him?
In the neck, like, right here.
Okay, so reaching behind him, make a sleight of hand check real quick as you prepare to sink your dagger right into his neck. Oh, beautiful. So reaching past his necklaces and all his adornments, you place your left hand over his mouth as you stab him in the neck and drag his body slowly to the floor. You might want to do something with it quick before people notice.
Shit. Can I look
Oh,
around
you
if
should have
there's...
done this off the stage.
What?
Can you do
Huh?
what?
Can I look around and see if there's anything to cover him up with, or?
You do see a refreshment table over here. It's a table with a cloth over it. You could attempt to kind of shove him under there.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay, just go ahead and make an athletics check.
Come on, you got this.
No! Fuck! Shit!
So, as you go to shove his body underneath the table, he's old, so he hits the floor easily. However, his body catches on the cloth, pulling some of the refreshments, some of the wine bottles, some of the foods closer to you, falling off the table. Make a dexterity saving throw. So seeing this catastrophe that's about to fall upon you, you quickly and gently drop the body to the floor and manage to hold the tablecloth and push everything back into place before it all crashes onto the floor. Holding everything in place, you gently scoot the body under the table and look around, surprisingly finding that nobody has noticed this almost terrible thing that happened to you.
Oh my god, nice.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Alright,
That was when you needed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk back to the captain now and tell him.
Yeah, man, Podgy's rolls have been like a whirlwind of emotions.
My
I
rolls-
have a question. Is it possible to loot something if you're in animal form?
What do you want to loot?
I don't know. I was thinking of going over and looting something from him to sell.
You
from
could
the-
see what's on his body, but it would be awfully hard for you to take it.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
All right, I'm gonna walk back to the captain now to tell him.
So
Job's done.
you approach the captain and he says, "Well, is it done with?
The Twinky's dead.
The Twinkie, what do you want about?
Oh, half elf. Sorry.
Do you have proof of his incapacitation?
I show him my bloody dagger.
Make a persuasion roll. It won't be difficult, but
It could be anybody.
we'll see with advantage as well.
Double one. Oh my god.
Double one. I'll be so pissed.
So he leans in close to you and says,
Could you just show me the body as some assurance?
All right, so I'll just lead him to the table then.
"Okay." So you lead him to the table, and he turns.
Whoops.
Whoa, Jesus! You have intercourse with his butt. He kind of turns to you and says,
Yes, I'm not much in the mood for wine. What is it?
It's right under the table.
So, looking around, he's going to make a stealth check. Oh, I don't know how to. I guess I'll roll it twice with disadvantage. I'll let you guys see it. Why not?
10.
Ow!
Ooh,
Shit.
Get the fuck out of there!
So, looking around, he notices that some of the people next to him are kind of paying attention to him as he's kind of in full armor, just going to the hors d'oeuvres table, and he says,
Could you just sneak under there and grab me some of his accessories? I'm too shiny in my armor.
All right, I'll do that. I'll just grab like his necklace or some shit.
"Okay, make
A necklace.
Make a stealth roll."
Watch me fuck up here, guys.
13. So gingerly, remembering what almost happened with the tablecloth, you lift the tablecloth up. As the guard captain kind of glances down, trying to see the body. He's not able to, but you reach under and grab a golden necklace off of his neck.
Here it is.
And he kind of looks at you and smiles and says,
Excellent. You can keep that for payment for your good work.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, fam.
so just add 0.25 gold necklace. And the guard is kind of whistling to himself in tune with the music and swaying, walking back.
I'm going to slip down his cloak while he leaves
Okay.
and try to get under the table.
Okay, you fit under the table. You scurry down off the back of his armor and down his leg and sneak yourself under the tablecloth. He was already pretty close, so nobody notices that you are a squirrel underneath the tablecloth.
Okay. Now I'm going to see if he has anything of value, or maybe any pieces of paper, or any such invitations.
Okay, I'm gonna bring his body back. So are you just kind of going through his pockets and his general person?
Yeah.
Okay. You find a note, and I'm going to whisper this to you through the client. The note says the following.
I love you, Dad.
I wish I had that gender swap potion.
I love you, Dad. I miss you. I'm going to come visit you tomorrow. Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
He's an old half. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
His dad could be an elf.
I can't wait to see your my new
I can't wait to show you my your new grandson. He was
He's
just
the
born.
best.
Did you see that?
Yo,
2 months old.
Can I pick this note up with my teeth and carry it with me?
Oh, that's pretty cute.
You can, but it might, if you drag it out from under the table, it might attract some attention from some of the partygoers. You're pretty small and easily disguisable as a squirrel, but carrying, this is a full-size piece of parchment, it may be difficult.
Fold it.
While it's happening, I'm actually going. Actually, I have to put my. Never mind. I lied. Still waiting my woman check.
I will tell you something else real quick, kind of out of game, but just a helpful hint. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to leave the note here
Okay.
and make the circle is a table, right?
No, both the circles are chandeliers. There's
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll add some of them in real quick. Circles are hard for me to draw, but deal.
From the chandelier.
There are Jesus Christ, I'm gonna move that one. That was bad. There are some tables towards the back of the ballroom. Oh wait, can you see them? Fuck, I don't think you can.
No, we can see the ovals.
Yeah.
God damn it.
From the chandelier.
Well, for some reason I can't select them, so I guess that's how it goes.
Yeah, why should you have to put in chandelier?
What was that?
So, wait, these two big giant circles are chandeliers?
These are massive crystalline chandeliers, very extravagant, very ornate, over the top of the ballroom. Glancing up at them to kind of be enamored by their beauty, you notice the ballroom is a good 50 feet high, with the acoustics just right for the orchestra playing. You guys have been mingling in the party for about an hour, I'd say. I forget what the time was when we last left off, but we'll say it's about 9 p.m.
Can I use some sweet dance moves to try to woo the women?
Sure, make a performance roll.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you have forced my hand to bust out an NPC.
You forced me to bust.
Ironically, if I still have those two glasses of wine, so I'm just going crazy.
So, masterfully swirling in time with this slower, softer song, which you guys can all hear decently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A woman approaches you and says,
Goodness, I like your moves. Could I dance with you?
Yes, I would love to.
this is a, you notice that, unlike everybody else, this is a halfling woman, still very well dressed, young, and she kind of curtsies to you. However, your hands, one each contains a wine glass.
Would you also like a drink?
Just make,
Swear to God.
just make
The
a
halfling says I'm not old enough to drink.
just make
Oh
a,
my God.
just make a deception roll with advantage for the voice.
Oh man. Alright, cool.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, this asshole.
Yugi boy.
Okay, so you said you offered her the wine glass,
yeah.
and she says,
Why, yes, I would love one.
and she takes it from your hand and curtsies again. You're now holding her by the waist as she grasps onto your shoulders, both stepping in the boobs. And she kind of leans into you and says,
So, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Marcello. What is yours?
My name
Indeed, you good boy.
Jesus, you do not do that long, drawn-out shit.
Yeah, he does.
I don't.
Well, my name is Marlene. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
God damn it.
I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here.
So as you guys are dancing for about 5 or 10 minutes, she downs her wine glass instantly and she says,
So, why are you dressed like you've been outside or been walking around in the woods?
Oh, did you? Oh, you did. Never mind. I had it. I had it right here, and I ignored it. So instead of saying that, she says,
What brings you to this party? I haven't seen you around town before.
Well, I was invited from a close colleague, and I was like, well, I'm always in for a good party.
Oh?
God.
Yeah.
And who would that colleague be?
Hitler.
Hitler?
Adolf Hitler. Joseph Stalin.
Think fast.
Gaddafi.
She's sitting.
A man named Philip.
And she looks at you and says,
Come again? I didn't quite catch that.
Sorry. Philip.
Philip? Well, I know Philip. He's in charge of the slave commons here.
Oh, I knew that.
make a deception roll, however.
Thanks.
I catch everything.
Nice.
14. So she seems to be too enamored with the fact that she's dancing with a beautiful man. And as you guys are dancing, you get the idea she's not the most graceful dancer, and she doesn't get that much male attention. On a scale of 1 to 10, she might have rolled a 10, but has a -7 modifier.
Did you just objectify her?
Wait.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Compare her to scale. What the fuck?
Put that, put ugly in my notes.
So, while he is taking notes, Felfiz, what are you just kind of dancing, or what are you doing?
I'd like to take a look outside and see if I can see the moon.
Okay. So as you go outside into the garden, the walls are more pillars. These doors lead out, kind of into a better side of the manor inside of town. It's grassy, with not full walls, but kind of pillars with I don't know what the best way to say it is. The pillars are connected at the top, but there's no formal roof at the moment. Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, because you have like full view of the sky.
Double ones. Oh.
Wow!
It is double ones.
Look at you! You
And
had
then an
you
18.
had different numbers.
Wow.
So,
Lucky.
looking up at the moon, you notice it's about half full at this point as a cloud passes over slowly by it. This is a beautiful evening. The wind breeze is just right. It's a little warm, but outside the breeze kind of cools you off very gently. Make another perception roll, just a flat one. 9. So, over in the corner, you see some rustling in one of the bushes. That's about all you see.
I'll leave that at that, and I'll come back inside.
Okay.
And more or less in the center of the room, I'd like to make an Arcana check.
What are you trying to sense for?
Something dark. Not particularly holy. Something I'd probably be up to, but not currently.
Okay,
A
make
corrupted one.
an Arcana check with advantage then.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper you something. Why can't I select your name? There it is. So, taking a quiet moment, closing your eyes and acting like you're really trying to get in tune to the music, you probe out with your mystical energies and you sense what I'm about to tell you. Okay. So, as Marcelo and Marlene are dancing and as everybody is going about their ways, all of a sudden the man stands up at the very top and the music stops. And he says,
Now! There's no party without a good fight. Please bring in the champions.
and underneath this chandelier, a space clears, and from a set of doors, which I shall add in over here, and a set of doors over here, a tall, oh whoops, I dragged him in invisibly. One moment. A tall human man walks in with people cheering for him, and he's banging his lance on his shield, just kind of yelling aggressively. And on the other side, hold on, I gotta find him. And on the other side, you guys see Fed, who's clad in some armor that doesn't quite fit him, holding a short sword and a small shield, looking quite uncomfortable with the situation at hand. He's being pushed in by 2 guards behind him at the moment.
Oh, shit.
Fed's not dead?
And the man...
Hey, he's about to be.
The man standing up and says, "Now, everyone place your bets." And a small gnome, which we shall say... Can I find somebody who looks like a gnome? This is a gnome now. This gnome is walking out with a giant dish, going to partygoers and saying,
Place your bets here, please. We have an unknown champion on the left named Fed, who, well, we're not quite sure where we got him. And on the right, is Jerome, our long-standing champion of the ballroom dance.
So, Marlene stops dancing with Marcelo and says,
Oh goodness, I always love the fights. This is only my second party, but the fights are always the most exciting part.
Ooh, it's about to get real. Oh, it's about to get real.
I was gonna say...
DM question, you said the name was Jerome?
Jerome, yeah.
Can I make a history check on that?
Sure. 18. So, thinking back, while you were kind of perusing the town earlier in the day, you heard it kind of whispered on some of the nobles' lips as they were going about their business, kind of talking about the fight tonight. You heard whispers of Jerome and some unknown champion. Jerome is heavily favored by far. So at the time, the gnome comes up to Marcelo and says,
You, sir! What will you be betting now?
Well, I do love a good upset, so I'm gonna put 2 silver on Fed.
And Marlene takes the 2 silver out of your hand and puts in a 10 gold piece and says,
This is for both of us.
Oh man, I got so much to do.
Oh, thanks.
however, she turns to you and says,
I'd rather bet on Jerome if that's okay with you.
How about we go have these 5 and 5?
make a persuasion roll. Hold on, she's going to make a persuasion roll as well. So she looks at you and says,
Very well.
and she goes back into her purse and retrieves 5 gold pieces and puts them in and says,
Yes, for me on Jerome, and for my acquaintance here on Fed.
and the goblin says,
Very well.
and proceeds to go over to Felfis and says,
You, sir, would you like to take part in the bidding?
He's AFK right now.
oh fuck, I
I have a question.
didn't even
Um,
No, it's here. I have my headphones on. Don't worry.
Is it easily, I could say, a squirrel jump from the wall if it were to climb it to a chandelier? Or is the chandelier too central?
You could, the walls are kind of brick and mortar. You could attempt to climb the wall and kind of shimmy over on the ceiling onto the chandelier. It would be difficult, but you can certainly attempt it.
Okay. I'm going to grab the note in my... No, wait, I'm going to wait a minute.
Okay, so the champions are now moving in closer and closer. Fed just kind of turning around and saying,
No, I don't want to. Please, no.
and the guards are just pushing him forward, and Jerome is continuing to beat his lance on his shield, kind of egging Fed on. The gnome moves towards the back, towards Luke Ponzi and the guards, and says,
Yes, would you all like to bet?
Yes, I'd like to put this gold necklace on the little. Wait, Fed's a gnome, right?
Fed is... I don't know if I ever said his race, but he's a dwarf.
Oh.
Oh,
Really?
I like to bet my gold necklace on this nigga over there.
He looks at you and says,
So will that be the West champion or the East champion?
Ah, shit. Sorry.
The West.
The East champion.
Oh, very well.
Alright, so do I get rid of my gold necklace?
yeah, just put an X to it for now.
Okay.
okay. I'm going to grab the note in my teeth and make like a beeline for Felphus.
Just across the party floor.
Yep, across the. Yep.
Okay, so first, make a stealth check with advantage. So skittering across the floor, with note in hand, you kind of bump across into some of the shoes of the people, but scurry along fast enough, and you take the note to Felphus. Do you want to give it to him?
Yep. I'm gonna drop it at his feet.
Okay, so Felphus, as you are kind of looking at the champions closing in on each other, a squirrel form Azani approaches and drops a note at your feet.
I immediately step on it.
On the squirrel or the note?
The note, to try to cover it.
Okay. So you.
Okay. I'm gonna dash back off to the wall. If
Okay.
I can.
Yep. You do
Can I make
that.
that check?
You do that easily. You're still pretty stealth. Felphus, you're now covering the majority of the note with your foot, but parts of the corners are still. It's a full size of parchment, so it's hard to cover entirely with your foot.
Are there any people around me?
There are, but they're turning their attention towards the northern central part of the room. The ones past you are kind of not really looking towards the ground. They're kind of trying to get on their tiptoes and look over you and look towards the central action.
Okay, I quickly bend over and pick up the note.
Okay, do you open it and read it? Or do you just kind of throw it in your pocket for now?
I shove it up my sleeve for the time being.
Okay, so swiftly removing your foot from the note, you pick it up and roll it up and deftly shove it into your sleeve. Make a stealth check.
Uh-oh.
9. A couple people stare at you and glance curiously at you, but nobody really... Everybody seems to be more interested on the impending battle. The gnome goes over to Luke and says,
Yes, you, sir. Would you like to be betting on the battle?
No.
Oh, very well.
The gnome then goes over to Philip and says,
Philip, my most humble better. What would you like to wager tonight?
and Philip leans in closely and whispers in the gnome's ear, and he backs up and says,
Oh, are you sure?
and Philip just nods and waves him off. Gnome then approaches and whispers, handing the dish over to the man at the very front of the room and whispering in his ear. The old man, still standing at this point, says,
Very well. Now let this fight commence.
and the guards shove Fed forward towards Jerome.
I'm going to dash up the wall and try my best to get onto the chandelier.
Okay, make
I'm gonna make my general ray over to where Azani scroll form was.
Okay, make Azani make a climbing check, or an athletics check rather. You guys sold the potion of climbing. How unfortunate.
Oh, that's fine.
Fine. Don't need it.
Wah,
Ooh.
Oh, she does.
wah, wah.
7. So, you leap at the wall, finding purchase on it at first, but as you get about 4 feet up, your squirrel limbs begin to fail at finding purchase. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Let me check to see how this works as squirrel.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any special rules or anything. I think you just add or roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Moral modifiers.
11. So, you were kind of stumbling, failing to find purchase of the wall, leaning back from the wall a little bit. You finally managed to gain your momentum, tossing you forward back into the wall, continuing your climb. You're now at the very top of the wall. Would you like to continue towards the chandelier?
Yep.
All right, make another athletics check. Oh wait, what? Oh, that was for the saving throw. Oh, nice. So expertly finding purchase with your small squirrel limbs into the ceiling, you managed to place yourself on the chain right now that's atop, suspending the chandelier to the ceiling.
Okay, is it possible at all to chew through the chain? Or is that not squirrely possible?
It would require some mighty hard squirrel teeth.
Okay.
You could certainly try.
Is there enough footing up here to transform back into my dwarf form?
You could, but that may attract some attention.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so releasing your wild shape, you transform back into, which I actually had on hand because I'm so freaking prepared. You transform back into regular form. Azani, go ahead and make a stealth check. So, transforming back into your dwarf form, having not really practiced it too much in your spare time, the chandelier begins swaying and some of the crystals rattle on each other. Some of the people look up at you, but everybody kind of ignores you for now, looking back at the impending fight. However, you do see, from your position, you do see one of the partygoers go over and start whispering to one of the guards.
Okay, I'm going to cast Spider Climb. Do I need to link it?
That would be great.
It's one of my circle spells.
Okay, is it a cantrip or is it a level 1?
No, it is a level 2.
Oh, okay. So just make sure you mark that off that you've used a level 2.
Oh no. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I've already used one level 2 spell, so I already have... Oh, wait, it doesn't use my slot. That's right, because it's a circle spell. Right?
Oh.
I think
I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if I don't find it in 30 seconds, we'll call it a cantrip for now. Unless this provides greater evidence. Okay, I'm not sure what you're planning to do, but the range is touch-based.
Yeah, I'm going to use it on myself, if I can.
Okay, give me like 30 seconds to look this up real quick, and if I don't find it, I will move on.
Form of a chandelier!
Yeah. From the chandelier.
Oh my fucking god, I was trying to ignore that.
Creating a druid? No, I don't want to know about that. You chose which circle again?
Mountain.
Why do I not see...
Page 68 of the...
That's what I'm... Oh, I see it now. Give me 1 second.
Second paragraph under circle spells.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good cookies and milk.
Okay, so that would still take a level 2 spell slot, but it exceeds your number of maximum spells you can know or prepare.
Okay.
You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Whoa, my microphone flipped upside down. How exciting. Let me see, however.
I feel like I'm about to expend my entire spell repertoire.
Yeah, that would be a level 2 spell if you wanted to use it.
Okay.
So in the
Okay,
oh, go ahead.
I'm going to use that and shift my position onto the ceiling. Is the ceiling near where I'm at?
Well, you were still you were on top of the chandelier, right where the chain connected to the chandelier at the time. So it would be about like 2-ish feet up to the ceiling.
Okay, so I could shift there, right?
Yeah, if you just kind of, with your spider climb, you can reach out and touch it with your palms and kind of pull yourself up.
Okay. Now I have a question about all the crystals on the chandelier. Are they attached securely, or could they be knocked off?
So each one of them are dangling on small little chains, but they're just kind of hooked on. If you shook the chandelier hard enough, you certainly could shake some of the crystals off, or you could take them off by hand and throw them, should you wish.
Okay, I will now cast Thunderwave.
Okay. Can you link that? Okay, and where are you? Are you casting it? Where are you casting it kind of from?
I am centering it in the center of the chandelier.
Okay, so
preferably towards the top so everything rushes down.
yeah, so channeling your druidic energy, you cast Thunderwave on the center of the chandelier. Every single one of the crystals shoots out from it, making a huge, loud, booming clap. The fighting at this point has stopped. Everybody is looking up at you. The old man stands up and points at you and yells for the guards.
Okay, I will now cast Fog Cloud.
Oh! Okay, casting it on your same position.
Yes.
Okay, so, channeling some more of your druidic energy. With the chandelier shaking, you manage to clear your mind and create a fog cloud completely encompassing. It's hard for me to tell if that's 20 feet-ish. I hope it is. 1, 2. Yep, that's about 20 feet. You cast a giant fog cloud emanating in the center of the room. You've completely, even yourself inside of the fog, you've lost track of both the champions fighting. You hear them kind of yelling, Fed, you see burst from the fog cloud and immediately make a dart for the door, slamming it open and running through.
Success.
At this point, the old man is standing up and yelling, Where are the guards? What is happening?
I'm going to wild shape back into a squirrel.
Okay.
I believe I have 2 a day, right?
Let me double check, but I believe you're correct. I know it depends on your level. Yep. You do.
Okay.
So you're gonna go ahead and transform back into a squirrel?
Yeah. I'll just sit here for a minute.
Uh-huh.
All things calm down.
So, this fog cloud now... Oh, wait. I need to check one more thing. Okay, yeah. So, transforming back into a squirrel, your fog cloud is still sitting in the middle of the room, completely encompassing it. Jerome has not yet come out of the fog, but you did see Fed dash out of it. The orchestra stops playing. The room is now in complete chaos. The guards are now walking into the middle of the party goers, pushing past. Everybody's trying to file out of the room immediately, kind of wondering what's going on.
So at this time, I turned to Marlene and I'm like, well, remember when I said I'd like a good upset?
And she turns to you and says,
Well, this will upset you.
and she attempts to stab you with a dagger.
Oh, fuck, that hits me.
That's rough.
Wrecked.
So, she stabs into your neck with an enchanted dagger. You take 5 points of piercing damage, and you're starting to feel very, very woozy. Your legs are starting to kind of wobble underneath you.
Am I going to sleep?
That's just what's happening right now.
Okay. I'm like, fuck.
The guards inside the room are immediately filing people into and out of the main doors located in the back of the room, kind of ushering everybody through safely. Yeah, your fog cloud will be there for quite a while. So amidst the confusion, partygoers are filing past the guards as they're kind of like, this way, over here, over here! Where'd my other guard go? I have lost one of my... Oh, there. Lyra. You guys are starting to kind of be the only ones here as people are filtering out.
Well, I'm dying.
Okay. I'm going to now make my way across it. Spider climb is a concentration, so do I still have it?
No, you would have to dispel your fog cloud in order, and you'd have to. Oh wait, is it concentration? Yeah, it is. You would have to dispel your fog cloud, and have another spell slot in order to cast Spider Climb.
No, so I already burned it when I cast.
You
Fog.
could attempt to jump down.
Onto me.
Yeah, I'll try to jump to the wall to the west here.
To the window.
Okay.
To the wall!
That is an awfully... Well, anywhere you go, it's pretty dang far from where you are, but you're a squirrel. So, go ahead and just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. With advantage, we'll say. So just roll 2/r space 2d20, and we'll add your dexterity modifier to both. While Azani in scroll form is preparing to jump, Jamal, as Marcelo is fading into oh, nice. As Marcelo,
I got this.
Oh, nice. As Marcelo is fading into unconsciousness, Jamal comes up behind Marlene and starts to choke her out. He lays her on the floor and walks up to you and puts his hands on your shoulders and says, "What is wrong, friend? Are you okay? Do you need assistance?"
If I die young, bury me, Cassie.
God damn it.
And,
Can we
so
kill him?
you are now... We'll find a nice little... I can't find a nice little symbol for this. Oh, here it
Alright,
is.
so all the partygoers, they're still like filing out, right?
Yeah, they're still... It's almost empty, but they're still filing out. Jamal is carrying Marcelo on his back, kind of fireman style, out into the town.
Oh, and I saw Jamal choke out Marlene.
You did.
Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here then.
Go back
I ain't
for the
risking
gold.
shit.
Go back for the gold.
I was gonna stab her, but no, I'm out, dude.
So, Azani, leaping from the chandelier, you managed to easily find purchase on the face of the wall, about 10 feet down from the ceiling.
Okay. I'm going to make my way to the garden.
Okay, so shifting along the wall, the doorway, the archway to the garden is about 10 to 15 feet down from where you are. Once you pass through the archway, though, you have no real ceiling to climb along. You can climb along the pathway connecting the pillars on the top, but other than that, there's no. It's open air.
Can I drop to the ground?
Yeah.
Just go out that way.
Okay, so dropping to the ground, you enter into the garden. You see the water basin in the middle. You see two heads pop out of a bush over here and immediately run off into the night.
Did I see the squirrel go in the garden?
From your position, no. People are still trying to file out of the room. There's a massive amount of people traffic, slowing down now, but cutting off your view of the squirrel going into the garden.
Can I do any check to see if Fed is nearby, or is he long gone?
Make a perception check.
Nice penis.
Thanks, dog.
I can see it.
I have to find my squirrel perception.
Squirrel perception.
There it is.
Fed's GTFO check. 17. So on the floor of the garden, you hear a... Oh, whoops, I'm on draw mode. You hear a rustling from this bush over here and see Fed's familiar fat face kind of stick out of the bush before darting it back in.
Okay. Now, just to be clear, is there... What is, like, the barrier of this garden? Is there a wall, or is it just opening up
No, so
into
there's
the forest?
pillars every 5-ish feet. However, it's completely open to the rest of the town. It's just that these pillars, these columns kind of designate the garden area. However, there's spaces in between the pillars. It's just that on top, there's a railway connecting them at the top.
Okay. I'm going to go behind one of the pillars near where Fed is.
Okay.
What is this? And
That is
I'm
not
going
what I
to
drew.
transform back into my door form.
Okay, so releasing your wild shape, you transform whoosh back into your door form. Oh yeah, you transform back into your door form. Where's normal you at? Oh, there you are. Hold on. Oh, I gotcha. Alright, there you are.
Okay. I'm going to whisper to Fed and get his attention.
Okay, so what do you kind of whisper to this shaking bush now?
Fed, I see you there.
Fed, hold on, I'm gonna pick some different music here. Fed's head pops out of the bush. However, he's facing away from you, but he says,
No, there is no Fed here. Go away.
Okay, ignoring that, I'm going to say, how did you get here?
Well, how did I get to the town of this bush?
To the town. How did you end up in a fight?
Well, isn't that a story? I would tell you first, but if you could get me out of here, I would be much appreciative.
Okay. Let's make our way... I guess we'll try to make our way to the common house.
okay. So, outside now, you, amidst the mild chaos of the town, the disruption you caused, you both, we'll say you're both now inside the doorway of the common house. There are a good number of slaves there, kind of preparing for the evening, but none of them even take a second glance at you. And we will go to that once everybody else has decided what is happening. So
I'm getting the
everybody,
fuck out.
everybody currently standing by the doorway, you do see Jamal carrying an unconscious Marcelo.
Why?
Does anyone want to react to this?
Just leave him here.
Are you over by the doorway, or are you? Felfiz?
Oh, I want to see if that guy sitting down in the front of the room is still over there.
He's currently standing, shouting orders to guards that are filing into the room. If you stay too much longer, you may attract some attention to yourself, but he's standing kind of pointing at guards and shouting orders.
And this is a drinks table, right?
Yes, there's wines and kind of crackers and small sandwiches.
I'll take a couple bottles of wine and then make my way out.
Okay, so in your inventory, just add 2 bottles of wine. Each one weighs half a pound. We'll say
Okay.
fine wine.
Then I'll head out.
Okay. Luke, what are you doing?
Laura, what do you want us to do?
You said that to Lyra? She looks at you and says, just filter out into the town with everybody else. We'll handle it from here. Okay, so
Okay.
I hope I have everybody in the town. Bum,
Nice,
bum,
yes.
bum, bum. I know, dude. Oh Jesus, hold on. I have to move somebody who's hidden under you. So the party now filtering out into the town. You guys, as you're leaving, you saw.
It's at that building. Oh, yeah.
So this was the manor where the party was. Pretend you don't see these 2 buildings off to the side of it. While you guys are exiting, you do see Azani and Fed make their way into what you know as like kind of the slave common house.
I follow Azani.
Okay. Let me get some more music going here. What does the rest of the party do?
I do the same thing.
So everybody's going into kind of the slave common house?
Yeah. Isn't Jamal carrying Marcelo though?
Make a perception check and look around.
He already knows. Oh wait, unless I'm fucking.
No, I said Azani and Fed were heading into the common house.
Well, no, I'm still unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious. The perception check is for Luke though. So much suspense on yours. Yours take a moment to load in for whatever reason.
Cursed by 7.
So looking around, the massive throng of people are currently kind of blocking most of your view. Anything you're trying to kind of get on your toes and look over heads of people, but you see no sign of Jamal and Marcelo.
Oh, the reason why it takes so long because I added the 3D dice rolls.
Oh.
Feels more. Feels a lot better.
Okay. So I'm going to move us all into the common house, hopefully smoothly. All right.
It does give you an actual dice to roll.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta clean some stuff up.
Wait, where do you see that?
Settings.
Oh, it's in
Settings enable 3D and automatically roll to 3D.
Oh, nice.
Just for people that wants to see the dice rolls for themselves.
And give me one more second. Okay. So, filtering into the common house. Oh, whoops, I don't want to move you guys. You see a bunch of slaves kind of getting ready, setting up their beds. Currently, there's no obvious sign of Marcelo. However, Azani and Fed are in that back room where that other slave once privately relayed some information to you. You guys are kind of sitting in the common room. The door here... Wait. The door here... God damn it. The door here is currently closed.
Felfus, can you move out a little bit?
We'll go ahead and say he's there.
So, I'm gonna unlock the door. Kind of.
So jiggling the handle, you find that the door is locked and is not opening as you turn the handle. While that is happening, Fed is talking to Azani, and he's saying,
In here we can talk privately, but I do not know how Fed got here. I found a secret passage in my own kitchen, which I don't even know how that got there. But I thought, Fed would like to go down here. So Fed went, and I explored the hall underneath. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. I wasn't sure exactly what I was feeling, but it felt just strange to me, living a normal life. Next thing I knew, I awoke in a bed, in a jail cell with some guards coming to manacle me, saying, "You are going to fight." Fed is not a fighter, but the next thing after that, well, you saw me.
I knock and says, "It's Luke," with the other people.
Okay. I'm going to open the door and
Okay.
usher them inside quickly.
okay, so
Sup, bitches?
unlocking the door, you open it and quickly gesture for the rest of the party to come inside.
Then I'm going to open my bag, take out my tankard, and fill it up with the barrel I have from Fed's own stores and hand it to him.
Okay. While that is happening, Marcelo, you come to in the back room of the slave common house with Jamal kind of looking over you, kind of shaking you gently awake as you come back to reality, saying,
Friend, are you alright, friend?
Jimmy! Hey, Jamal! What's up?
and he looks at you and says,
Sir, you have passed out. Jamal thought it best to take you from the party into
Jamal,
here.
I didn't pass out. I was fucking stabbed.
Stabbed by who? By what?
The chick next to me, I think her name was Marlene. Some halfling chick.
From behind, she was pretty good looking, but that's besides the point.
Nah,
What
solid three at best.
what provoked this attack? Did you insult their family?
No, I said, hey. Well, okay, prior to the conversation we were talking about, I bet on Fed. I was like, I love a good upset, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then she was like, and then I brought it up again. She's like, this will make you upset. And I was like, and then she stabbed me.
That is strange. Did you perhaps acquire the dagger she stabbed you with?
Well, no. I was knocked out.
This is unfortunate, friend. Are you alright here if I leave for a moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
Very well.
so Jamal exits through, and he comes through the doorway. You can see the back of Dalrin through this doorway here leading into the common room, where you don't know the party was, but they were there. So,
I'm gonna take this time to read that note that Azani had slept to me.
okay, so I'm gonna whisper more stuff to you, pulling out the note out of your sleeve, which the rest of the party sees. People kind of glancing over your shoulder, but they're unable to read it. I gotta type the rest out. This could take a second.
Oh, Fed, what you doing here?
Stuff.
I don't know. I'm focusing on typing.
Hey, Fed. I got a potion if you want to drink it.
Is it a vigor potion?
No, it's in a... I guess you could call it a vigor potion. I take out my potion and imagine I drink it. Fuck.
Okay.
Slip it into the ale.
So, Fed turns to the rest of you guys and says,
Well, that is my side of the story, but please tell Fed what you have experienced while I was gone.
I killed an old man.
What?
Yep.
How exciting.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, you want to drink this potion I got?
Not particularly. Fed is not in the mood to drink potions.
Oh, you're gonna have to drink this potion if you want to live.
make
You were poisoned.
make an intimidation check.
Intimidation. Oh fuck, dude, I got nothing.
No.
Natural 20!
Natural
Way.
20.
So which potion are you giving him?
I pretty much ran out of the boner potion, so I'm gonna give him the gender bend one.
Okay.
The one
So
you use.
he eagerly rips the potion out of your hand, and chugs it all.
This fucking cunt. All right, whatever. Well, you didn't have to drink it all, but all right.
And you
There
saw Fed's previously kind of greasy, fat dwarf form turn into a rather attractive, albeit a little older, dwarf woman, and she looks specifically at Ponzi and sighs and says,
Okay, what was in the potion?
To be honest, I had no clue. I kind of wanted to see what would happen.
You clearly tell. Just,
I mean, you didn't have to chug all of it, but you know, you kind of fucked yourself there.
Earl of
She
Sand
looks
Beach
at
said
you and says,
YouTube.com.
Well, when you tell me I need it to live,
Oh, what's your new name now, Fed?
Yeah.
What's Fed?
You're
It's
gonna need a new name now.
Fed. F-Y-E-D, Fed. And it's not changing.
I guess. Alright, well, at least you won't be recognized by the guards.
By the
That
way,
is a plus.
would any of you happen to have a mirror?
Bonigo said GG.
Mm,
Is my axe polished enough to do that? No, I doubt it.
it's pretty dirty from all the fights you've been in with it. Well, you did buy the new Great Axe. Yeah, you have the new Great Axe actually, so I suppose it would be shiny enough to act as a mirrored surface.
I just pulled my great axe.
You just kind of
There's your...
she takes it out of your hands and scurries off for about 2 minutes, closing the door behind her, and you hear gleeful cries after coming back and returning the Great Axe to Luke, turning to all of you and saying,
This might not be so bad.
nice.
kind
How
of,
does she look 1 to 10 scale?
make a perception check. As
Are you objectifying her again?
You're not.
Hold
you're-
on, my mouse just fucked up.
You're not
I'll do it.
quite too familiar with the attractiveness of dwarves.
I'll do a perception thing also. Fuck it. What?
All right, hold on.
Ponzi's seen some dwarves in his lifetime.
God damn it, it took my 20, fucker.
Here.
I suck up everything else, but not this. Jesus Christ.
So,
Oh god.
Girlfed then turns to all of you and says,
Well, as fun as this is, I'd rather go back to my bar in Greyguard.
Greyguard's gone anyway.
No, it's not.
make a deception roll. Eight. She looks at you and says,
Go on, I don't quite think so.
'Tis true.
Just be careful with lycanthropes. They're
Ponzi,
robbing the city now.
Ponzi, make a deception roll as well.
All right.
Man, after
I
you,
swear to God,
after you,
this is a 20.
after you just fucked over Fed, now you're just rubbing salt in the wounds, man.
Yes.
It's not natural, so it's not a critical failure.
It's still a pretty big
2 over
failure.
2.
So, Girlfed turns to Ponzi and says,
Ha! Very funny. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got about a day's journey in order to get back on foot.
Before you go, were there any other people in the cells beside you?
Why, yes, a multitude of people, perhaps, but I was too worried about myself and didn't really take a good look.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna walk by yourself, I'll just be careful of the goblin roaming party.
I am Fed. I got this.
and Fed lifts up her skirts and curtsies and begins to walk out.
I whisper to Luke, she's totally gonna get raped.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh boy.
I'm going to kind of observe my surroundings there, like, where am I at?
So
Should
you've woken up on a bed, but after about a minute or two, you recognize that this is the architecture of this building leads you to believe that it is the kind of slave common house. You're just in a back room that you haven't quite been in before.
Well, I've actually never been in this house.
Have you not?
hold on.
Well, you recognize it as a slave common house.
Fair enough. So I'm going to kind of just walk in here. Keep going.
He turns. Oh Jesus! Hold on.
It's okay, you don't do it twice. I'm just saying.
He turns to you and says, "Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, nothing, just got stabbed.
What?
Yeah.
Are you okay?"
Yeah, I think we're alright. Do a little nap. It's alright.
All right.
I'm going to step up to Felthus and ask what was in the letter.
You mean this letter?
No, the other one.
There was another letter?
Deception check.
Yeah, you can't hear Marcelo from beyond the door. The door is closed again.
Right, Marcelo's a... I couldn't quite read anything from the letter. Just looks... demonic.
Oh.
So,
What the fuck, Brandon?
Still see it.
I want
When he told us... Oh, go ahead.
Azani to do /GM roll, and roll a d20 adding your insight modifier, and Felfis to do /GM roll, one d20 adding your deception modifier.
Secret rolls.
Wait, it'd be like a little shank though.
So it'll be /GM roll space 1d20 plus whatever your deception is.
Girls, how long is your hair?
Don't worry about it.
It's like longer than Earl's.
No, it's not.
So what did you tell Azani again? Oh yeah. Yeah, Felfis told
There it
you
is.
he couldn't quite make out what the note said.
Earl's hair is longer.
And that's you kind of take his word at that.
Okay.
Fucking Earl.
Fuck, man. Can't do that. I like really short
But-
hair.
Sure. I do remember as a player that he told us in character that he could read anything.
I never said that as my character.
Okay. Okay.
You could certainly ask what kind
So
of
my
mystical
character doesn't
powers
know.
he has, but
No, I won't ask.
What you got there, Felfez?
I just told Azani. It's a note.
What's a note? Can I see the note?
If you want.
Can I read anything on the note?
To you, Luke, the note appears completely blank.
Well, I can always burn this shit. Felfas.
Well, did Felfis hand over the note completely, or just kind of show it?
I just showed it.
Okay.
I just say I'm not gonna burn it. Says, well, I can just burn it, you know.
Not
And
gonna
Unless
why
you
would-
have, unless you have some attachment to it that we don't know.
Yeah, to Luke, this appears as a blank paper, but to Felfis, it does have what it has on it, so Felfis is a little confused at this.
Well, can you not read?
I mean,
I hear it.
it's a blank piece of paper. Well, blank parchment.
Clearly, it's not for you then. And I'd stuff it back in my sleeve.
I'm gonna knock on this door in front of me.
Okay, so those
Walk
who are in the
right-
room hear a slow, gentle knocking at the door.
Walk right there.
No one's gonna do anything about it?
I'm just walking into the door.
Looks like nobody's home.
Well, you can walk to the door, but you haven't interacted or anything with it yet.
I'm gonna walk the door, kind of.
So are you just gonna kind of like creak it open a little bit? Or just... Because the door was unlocked, but you did hear knocking at the door.
So I was gonna block it.
Oh, block it. Okay. So you're just kind of
all
sitting
the
there.
way up.
I'm gonna try to
Leaning
open the
against
door.
the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
I'm all the way up.
So,
Here we go.
I want Luke to do /GM roll space 1d20, adding athletics, and Marcelo to do the same. No.
Hold on. With the strength modifier, right?
Well, whatever, if you
Athletics.
chose...
Okay.
Yeah, whatever your bonus to athletics would be. Oh, man, wow. Luke, kind of leaning against the door suddenly bursts open, knocking you out of the way to about here as Marcelo enters the room.
Oh,
Aren't you
hi.
quite rude?
Says the one standing in front of a door.
I didn't hear you knock.
I'll make a deception roll.
Insight roll.
Yeah, we'll do this public. So
Dice roll.
can open.
19.
Whatever.
Fight! Kiss.
Why do I need to knock to open a door? Why do I need to knock to open a door?
I mean, he's gonna barge in a room that you don't know? Okay.
I just did.
Total sense.
I walk
like-
out.
It's not like you have common courtesy or anything.
Goodbye.
Slam the door. Slam
The
door and lock it.
infighting is real.
Well, exhausted from having to expend about half of my spells, I'm gonna sit down on the bed and sort of say, we should take a rest.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Where's
Some kind of
I don't
It's
busy
know.
night.
it's about 11 p.m. at this point.
I'm gonna touch
Yeah,
down.
fuck.
Yeah.
So
So dumb.
I'll have to vanish you all. There's no actual beds in that room. That's just kind of a backstory
Really?
room. But Dalaran has told you all. We'll say that Philip has 7 beds prepared upstairs for you guys. All
Okay, we're gonna go upstairs. Fuck it. See ya.
right. So if you want to go upstairs, bring yourselves to one of the staircases there.
Holy shit.
Okay. Dalaran is going to go to bed as well. Simkin does not. You guys aren't entirely sure where he is.
Getting it on with female Fed.
And that
Oh
will,
god.
that will go ahead and end us for today.
Okay, so Blail, do I get XP for murdering that old man? Or no?
We'll say you get like 50 XP.
Okay, well I guess that's it.
It
So,
was pretty easy.
200 was from the Blink Dog, right?
Yeah, I added all your guys' XP up to date.
Okay.
Besides just now.
Okay, so what was the total we had?
So
1300.
every guest or major action that you took, every guest you interacted with, besides the guards, or major action that you took, add 100 XP. So for killing the guy, egg rolls, you'll get 50, plus 100 for stuffing the body and whatnot. Ashini, you'll get 200 for jumping to the chandelier and climbing the wall and then jumping back off. Felfiz, let's see, what did you do? You read the note. What else did you do?
Made the Arcana check, and that's about it.
Okay, we'll give you 75. Luke, you interacted with Jimmy and Jamal. That wasn't.
And I helped.
And you helped who? What?
I helped Jimmy find his sister now.
Yeah, so we'll give you 100. And Marcelo, you got stabbed in the neck. So we'll give you 100 for interacting with one of those NPCs as well.
And the
Dagger of EXP training.
No.
Now that I think about it, I should have looted that knocked out bitch.
I told you, man. I told you.
No one looted the.
Actually, Ashini, you get another 100 for doing some awesome RP stuff as well and creating a massive distraction. That was pretty.
Oh wait,
Okay.
I lost my fucking gold necklace.
That's true.
gone.
You gave it to the yeah. Take that out. Everybody who put money into the bets, take that out, except for Marcelo, who was using Marlene's money, but that's now up in the air.
All right, so empty bottle. I have 2 empty potion bottles. Then
So just put glass vial.
glass vial.
And then Felfish should have 2 bottles of fine wine and the note. I think that's about it, right?
Should really put those in the bag of holding.
Hey, you guys haven't consulted. I mean, you saw both of them purchase the bags of holding, but none of you have really consulted asking to put stuff in there.
Not
Still
yet.
about 200 pounds of space in mine. Probably close to 500 in Marcelo's.
Same. Yeah, basically.
Yep. But you guys are currently all sleeping, so if you want to consolidate that, we will do that next time. How is surviving without a formal map? Bum bum bum.
It's the same.
Let's
do it again, you cunt.
I mean, half the time my mouse wasn't working. So, yeah.
It makes it a little easier if I can just sketch the dimensions of things and describe it, rather than try to find a map that portrays. Because
Yeah.
I'll show you why. Are you guys still on the? Let me see where
Yeah.
you're at. Yeah. What I wanted to be the manor, looks like garbage.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So fucking.
Yeah. That.
What?
I thought the party was going on in the house directly to the east. So it'd be like there.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Oh well. Yeah.
It was downstairs in the house.
Yeah. I wanted to use the bigger house because it was bigger and it seemed like it made more sense. For continuity's sake, we'll just say it was from here, from the most southeastern house, kind of by the entrance to where the thing was. Because I wanted to use the bigger house originally, and then I looked at it and I was like, man, that's garbage and not enough space. So
Man, that's Garbo, like my personality.
Yeah.
It's okay.
you
That's
guys,
for sure.
you found Fed, but you still didn't really inquire as to the whereabouts of the woman's missing daughter, or really any of the strange occurrences happening in Greyguard.
Oh shit.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, this was kind of
We didn't find the guys in the mine either. Not
No.
really.
This was
Was that even really a mine?
it was kind of like an excavation site, to be more precise. Is the best way to think about it. But mine is a lot easier for people to say, and that's the way it's referred to in the town. So yeah, some of you, this was kind of your guys' shot to go and inquire to people about things happening.
Fuck.
I was a squirrel. That was impossible.
That's true.
I was gonna
I just
try
wanted to
it,
kill someone.
Half
but
work,
never
and
worked.
what I see is not a lot of half
Luke
works.
would have had kind of a rough time getting information out of people. Those people who had their fancy clothes on would have had a pretty easy time.
I should ask Marlene and stuff. I meant to, but
You did a little
He got
bit.
stabbed.
You did a little bit, but not much.
Nigga wanted to get laid.
Yeah, and then you got
no,
stabbed.
she was a 3. I didn't want it.
Well, I guess you did get some penetration action.
Ayo.
I also got feed.
You did kind of get roofied a little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
That's a little rough. Well, yeah.
Just the way I like it.
What did you say we got an experience from the 2 days that we didn't count?
I added that in. I added that in already.
Oh, really? I don't think you got mine.
I am.
It's still sitting at 725.
It was at like 400 when I saw it.
Hmm.
Or something, or 500 when I saw it. Maybe it didn't save. Let me check everybody else's.
I put in 1450 for mine because I think that's what it was. I don't know for me.
1400.
Yeah, everybody else's is. You were at like. I thought you were at. Oh, wait, I have a copy actually. I can tell.
Yeah, I don't think I've updated this page for a while.
Oh, no. Yeah, it doesn't say your experience on the copy I have. I'm not sure where you're at then. I should have added it in. When you looked at it, was it the same number as that you had on your other sheet? Or do you know?
No, I haven't updated this Roll20 character sheet and experience for a while. I have 1475 right now on my other one.
1475. Okay, so...
Including tonight's stuff.
Okay, so give yourself another 200 on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'd be about to level up in 1,000.
So, yeah, perhaps you guys can try to see some of the confusion in the morning after, but maybe the night won't go that smoothly either.
Yeah, we kind of just like stowed away in the. Well, I guess we had beds prepared, but we kind of just.
What are the chances that they'll remember me?
That who will remember you, the guests?
The guards or the guests?
If you switch, it depends. If you switch out of your fancy clothes or whatever, or if you put them back on, or if you disguise yourself somehow, that's stuff you gotta think of.
I should have saved that gender bend potion then.
First, yeah.
Well, to be fair, Fed kind of drank the whole thing because you you intimidated him so successfully.
God damn it. I didn't expect that to go through.
You were prone to wasting these potions.
You shouldn't have said his life depended on it.
Shit! Oh well.
So, yeah.
Don't worry.
Good work, everybody. This was a good chance to kind of open your RP wings. Yeah, some people did, some people didn't, but we'll get there.
So much for me. All I did was find Jimmy's brother, now sister. That's it.
I just want to say my original plan was to use heat metal on the chain for the chandelier and have it just crash, and I think it would have killed people.
Yes, it would. You would have murdered Fed.
Yeah, Marcelo was in there, along with Fed and Jerome.
Yeah.
That
was the original plan, but that was a level 2, and I used up all my slots.
Yeah.
So, I improvised.
You did good. But yeah, that was a high tense non-combat encounter.
How many dexterity saving throws would you have done, Flo?
I would have said people got crushed most likely, but all the important people would have had to have made dexterity saving throws. Fed.
So Marcelo would have gotten crushed.
Yeah, that literally could have been the end of Fed right there. Like that could have been it.
And we would have saved my potion.
It would have, but hey.
It's okay though.
Also, I think you can just click dexterity and it'll automatically do this dexterity roll.
Yeah, I have no idea, but
well, sometimes some people like have advantage saving throws, but I don't. But that's good to know.
So, yeah, good work, everybody.
Coolio, get the stretch.
So my tip until next session is, don't be afraid to say not only what you're doing, but how you're doing it. So if you say, I go up to the door, how do you walk up to the door, and how exactly do you open the door? Things kind of like that.
All swagger-like.
If that's what you want to do.
With my dick out.
If that's what you want to do.
That's an approach, dude.
That's why I'm kind of sometimes having to probe you guys, because you guys are like, I walk up to the door, and I'm like, all right, you're at the door.
Damn it! What the fuck?
With my dick out.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just
never
FYI, Felfiz rolled a nat 20 against Azani. And Marcelo beat
No wonder.
Marcelo beat Luke by 1.
Nice.
Yeah. Just so you guys know.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
I gave you that note.
Is there
You
anything
lied to me.
in particular you'd like to see more happen, like more combat or non-combat adventures, or anything in particular?
I just want to be able to kill more innocent people.
Lycanthrope raid.
That might
Let's
happen.
try. We haven't seen many werewolves since we.
Only
Well,
seen,
I
like,
haven't seen
2.
any. My
That's
character has seen no werewolves.
That's
Oh crap!
Pretty sure everyone but Ashini saw 2, right? Oh, heard of 2?
Yes. No,
You guys saw one.
there's
And then
one.
the guard
We
died.
fought one.
We heard.
But
And
you
he
knew
said there were more.
you knew there was an other around because the bar guard got attacked while you guys had custody of Winona.
Yeah, we never really dealt with that, did we?
Nope.
Lots of-
So my pro bono tip this week is to either keep an open Word document or pen and paper in front of you and take notes. You guys are
That I
all,
am doing.
especially Brandon. Brandon's really bad with names.
When Nora?
Yeah,
When Nora?
exactly.
Menorah?
Has anyone seen a Winora around this town?
Who the
Winry.
hell?
Yeah,
You wasted every question you had to those townspeople.
Windrake?
yeah. You asked for Winora to every person, wasting
Was
like,
there
your whole day.
a Winry?
Winry.
There's a whoopee gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Edward?
notes help. For example,
Alphonse?
what is the name of the mother whose daughter is missing?
Faggot.
Did
Nice.
we even ask
That's-
her?
all right. Marcelo did, but you as the people would know.
Yeah, I
Would
know.
we? Didn't he ask by himself
No,
on his way?
You as the people would know, not you as the characters.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
If my character wouldn't know, I don't think I would know.
That's true, but just helps. Just helps sometimes. So, those are my 2 tips. Not only what you do, but how you do it, and take notes. Notes are important.
I don't want to see your tip,
Uh,
you faggot.
So, I should actually make a pop quiz based off of this campaign, and if you guys get X percentage, you'll get a reward.
XP.
Enough XP to bump me to 4?
Dagger plus 10.
No.
Get a Craven Edge.
I don't.
Now,
Even, I don't think there's a dagger plus 10.
Ah, shit.
It goes up
Can I
to
get
plus
Craven
3.
Edge?
Dagger plus...
How much XP do we need to get to
Level 10.
2,700.
Yeah,
for level
2,700.
4.
Is that without the? Because I'm doing it with subtracting from level.
Well,
Yeah, some of you guys I've noticed have your things organized differently. However you want to keep track of it. If you want to reset it every level and tally up for there, or keep a running total.
So that's what I'm doing. Is that still 2,700?
So
I'll just keep the running total because it gets up in the millions. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have everybody do running total. So whatever you're at right now, if you've been resetting it, add 900 to whatever your current number is, I think.
6 plus 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we need
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, she only needs 2. She only needs 100.
So.
She only needs
one more 100 XP to get to level 4
You only need 100? No,
for Zani.
I
No,
don't.
1,000.
Yeah, she should need way
25.
more than that.
100. Jesus Christ, is on it.
No, I thought that's
So.
That's enough the experience from the mass genocide she would have done.
So, the
Oh, I
infighting.
wonder if I would have got XP for that.
Maybe.
You would win the Jewish Hitler.
And people did see you, so they might have treated you around town differently. That's why when you do things, you got to take in how people will react. This is a living, breathing world. So, NPCs don't just like to be stopped and interrogated or pushed around or things like that. So these are things to consider. But yeah,
It's a good thing Pickles isn't here, or else he would have stopped me from killing that old man.
I guarantee you he would have. Anybody,
kinda happy.
I don't think anybody else in the party is lawful good, but if they were around, they should have tried to stop you as well.
Wow.
I'm a very not good lawful good.
Very well.
We're going that chaotic neutral route, my nigga.
But yeah, and don't be afraid to toss concepts at me. Like if you guys like dungeon crawls or you want to go explore something or something like that, don't be afraid.
I want to
let me
kill
know.
more people.
Yeah, you always say that. Though.
We should do a dungeon soon.
You were in a dungeon, but you guys.
I wasn't
weren't.
having fun in that dungeon.
No, I don't think anybody was.
Especially there.
Especially not poor Jirag.
Oh yeah, we forgot about him.
Yeah, some piece of shit almost killed me. Well, he did kill me.
Yeah, dude, Ashini almost died straight out. That was nuts. Well, not died, but went unconscious straight down.
Hot.
Who dealt the killing blow?
Yeah, I wonder who hit me.
To egg rolls? I thought it was Earl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Shit.
Yeah.
Talking about the blink dog, but okay.
Oh, well, fuck those blink dogs too.
I think so